Yeah.
So long, Juanito. And try washing sometime, huh?
Ciao, mamacita. Todo por la patria y que viva América.
That's it. Come on, bitch. Where's your stud?
Please. Please, Rudy.
Let us out of here! This is enough!
How would you like to make an Indio girl?
It's fantastic. I can't! I'm going crazy!
Help me! I'm here! Look, there it is, on the right.
Hey, what's going on, people? This is Peterman here once again with another film review. And this time I'm talking about a cannibal exploitation movie from the 80s called Cannibal Ferox. Now, I had already seen Cannibal Holocaust a long time ago, and I already knew this was going to be sort of like that film, if not very similar with all the, there's like animal violence in this film, and I kind of knew what I was expecting going into this film. So let's talk about a little bit about this story of this film. And so this is about three people. One of them is Gloria, and she's trying to disprove cannibalism. So she goes out and does this, I guess, report. She goes to the Paraguayan jungle with two other people, and they meet this guy named I think his name is Mike and Joe. I think it was Mike and Joe. And so they meet these two people, and they say, "Oh, there's this cannibal tribe, and they're after us, and blah blah blah." But right away, you can tell this guy, Mike, he's a very bad asshole. He's one of those jerks that you love to hate, and you already know there's something shady about this character. So these three other people, they're like, okay, they kind of buy into that, but we see like, what's really going on. Everything is explained by the end of the movie, and yeah, I mean, it's pretty average film. I mean, as far as the whole the whole cannibal genre. So I should say, like in the 70s to early 80s, there was like a big trend of these kind of films, and like Cannibal Holocaust. You got countless other movies that I can't recall their names because I only seen a few of these. But yeah, right away I noticed the soundtrack to this film is kind of very disco. It's very similar to all the other films like this cannibal movies, and it's pretty typical for these type of films around that time. But yeah, I would say the acting is pretty bad. I mean, it's pretty funny pretty cheesy dubbing. I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, this is back then. This was considered pretty crazy, but I mean, to be honest, it was kind of boring. I mean, there is plenty of gore, plenty of people getting killed and stuff, and torture and all that stuff. But the effects really suck, man. Like even for back then, I seen better effects on like slasher movies and the effects that we have on here. It's a film that you shouldn't really expect a lot from, and I just kind of watched it just because all the hype surrounding it. And I mean, I watched Cannibal Holocaust. If you watch that movie, you might be a little curious to watch this, even though it's kind of the same thing as that film. They just changed the plot a little bit, but you're not really, missing out on all that much. There are very similar things going on in this film than in that film too, but I mean, they're all pretty much the same to me. And at the end of the day, I give this film a 7 out of 10 because even though it was kind of boring, slow pace at sometimes, the the amount of gore in this film is pretty crazy, like considering the time it came out. And like I said in the other videos, back in those days, you can get away with a lot more things than you do now. So yeah, it's still a crazy film, but I don't think it has aged very well. So with that, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what you guys thought about Cannibal Ferox. All right, peace out.